Welcome to Rom Wills Money Matters. Reasonably stock up on food. I'm going to tell you what, with everything going on, the supply chain crises, and yes, it's a crisis, inflation, reasonably stock up on food. Now, you don't have to be a prepper. Now, just to be clear, I don't have anything against preppers because preppers should. They good. They already good. They've been stocking up for years. But I'm going to say reasonably stock up on food and supplies. Because with everything going on, first of all, with the inflation, just the inflation, a lot of stuff that you should get like cleaning materials, and that's not food, but I'll get to the food. Cleaning materials, toilet paper, paper towels. It's not bad to pay a little extra money just to get a lot more. And the food especially like canned goods or rice, stuff like that. Something that you can hold for longer than a night. Like, seriously. Like, if you got extra pantry space or something like that. Now, you can't really, from what I know about meats, because one thing, I get meat and I eat it quickly, but some people have said, I've heard many people say, if you get it and freeze it right away, even past its, sell best by date, if once you take it out there and freeze it, just cook it right away. Now, I can't verify it because usually if I see a sell by or best by date, I eat it before then. Plus, honestly, people might not believe it. I don't need that. I don't make that much meat at home. If I get meat, it's usually some place. Usually at home, it's at a restaurant or something. Usually at home, I get a lot of vegan products, but unfortunately with them, it's hard to stack them too. And those just the meats and fruits and vegetables, of course. You got a time with them, but some canned goods, which you can. And I'm saying reasonably. I mean, it don't have to be something that can last you a year, though. If you can do that, you got the room for it. Hey, all power to you. But something that can last you a few weeks, something that can last you a little bit, because with the supply chain, not even the inflation, just the supply chain, stuff is taking a while to just come across the country. Because I was like, well, wait a minute, I understand. I get the stuff that's coming from overseas. But I'm like, I thought they made, waffles or something like that here. Like, I use the waffle example. When my youngest son, he loves waffles in the morning. I mean, he dresses them. I mean, he will take his time eating it. He eats that with love and everything, right? And he especially like those Belgian waffles. But I haven't been able to get him Belgian waffles in months. And usually when I go to, get the frozen waffles and everything, I'm like, I don't see, it's not even there. It's like just a little bit. There was a type of pizza like, store-bought pizza we would get. I haven't seen that in weeks. I really loved it. I personally loved this store-bought pizza. Hasn't been one of these in weeks. I'm going through the aisles, and I give it to the fruits and vegetables, but see, they got to go quick, and you can always grow them. All right. But the stuff that should be more lasting, like frozen goods, stuff like that, not as much. I would say reasonably stock up on stuff, because especially with there's a lot of stuff, it got an expiration date of several months. A lot of things. Reasonably stock up on it. There might be some times when you may not be able to go to the store. And there might be sometimes it's tight. Let's just be real. Yes, some people are blessed to have a lot of money and everything. And shoot, they can be like, hey, whatever, we'll ride it out. Okay, that's good for the 9.9% of the population. The 0.1%, yeah, they can roll through 1 million. They could lose 1 million. Shoot, somebody could probably hack their bank accounts and get out several million. They probably wouldn't notice. Let's just be real. But the rest of the population, the 90%, it's tough for a lot of people. It's tough. And, I know I'm usually talking about money and stuff on here, but that's a money issue. That's a money issue. Can you afford to buy food like you can? Is it going to be there if you even want it? You know, stuff, prices are going up and everything. You got to do what you can to like preserve stuff. Indeed, I wouldn't be surprised. Some niche industry came up where people were telling, you know, some old schoolers are telling people how to preserve things. Because you get some farmers and stuff, they could preserve whatever, fruits, whatever, for a while. I wouldn't be surprised. And indeed, just a little bit of a tangent. I think a lot of stuff that we thought, oh yeah, this technology is going to take it away, it's going to be making some comebacks. Because in past generations, they ain't had this level of technology or everything. They knew how to preserve things. They knew how to make the food go. Indeed, I wouldn't be surprised if there's an uptick in backyard gardens. I could see that happening. And just as an aside, and this is something maybe for my more deep thought channel, but I'll share it here. People have adapted. People can talk about everything going on, and for some people it's new. There's some people, they were like, well, we know what to do. You know, listen to some of the elders and stuff. But that's another vibe. As far as saving money, you know, try to definitely get food. You use those coupons, those sale days. Stack up where you can. Like I said, rice. Something as basic as rice. Rice can last a long time. You know, it's a staple. It's a staple, you know. Learn how to make some gravy. Like a lot of canned goods, maybe powdered goods, stuff like that. You know, just have something where you can always get a meal. You might just skip some meals or something, depending on your monetary situation. But reasonably do it. See what you can stack up on. Some stuff you might have to give up on, or, you know, limit how much you do it. If you somebody who's eating steak every night, I don't know if you can afford it. But it's stuff out there. It's, you know, seriously, just be smart about it. Have some extras. You just never know when you might have to use it. You never know. All right? So, you know, in the meantime, still go out there and make that money. So let's go. Let's go make that money.